So Nico, there was a Marvel Tokon beta, and we played it. What did you think about it, considering someone who doesn't play fighting games all like that much?
It was really funny because, like, I still had to remind Brody that I've known you a long time. So, like, we were playing. Well, first of all, okay. Marvel Tokon fighting game from the people who made
Guilty Gear.
Make what? Guilty Gear.
Blade
that's
Fighters.
Probably most.
Dragon Ball Fighters.
Yeah, Fighters.
Cass is also here.
Some
too.
very famous,
Hi, Cass.
very famous fighting games. Hi, Cass.
I know fighting games.
And I had to remind Brody that I still have known you, Justin, a long time. Because, like, honestly, it felt pretty fluid. It was nice. It was interesting to see how Nico, have translated my newer gaming logic into fighting games, whereas I wasn't able to execute on a lot of things back in the day, such as simply the movement. I don't like moving with the arrow keys, but like right now, like forward jumps, backward jumps, we got them in the bag. And
did you use the arrow keys to move?
Did you play on keyboard?
No, the arrow keys on controller.
Interesting.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, like you're supposed to do.
I mean, because like you can play fighting games with a controller. You can also play it with a keyboard though. Like it's very like valid to play.
I actually prefer using a keyboard over a controller if I don't have a fight stick, because I did use my fight stick. I have it right here. It's old. It's kind of garbage. I had to replace the buttons. I don't like how clicky the stick is.
That's a very oh man.
If I don't have that, I actually do prefer to use my keyboard in a fight stick sort of layout. So I use WASD for movement, and then I have other buttons for my attacks.
Huh. Well, that's interesting. Perhaps I should give that a try. I was using a controller. I was just using the directional inputs,
like the D-pad.
Yeah.
Because like, they're both valid. They're both very valid.
Yeah. I couldn't really find a character that I liked that too many people hadn't already been playing, like in our sphere, you know, and I kind of wanted to get like a bit of a diverse perspective on it, because it's like my first choice would have been Blade, but Justin, I knew you played Blade, and Brody was like, oh man, this is like the 5th Blade that I've played against, like, you know.
Oh, you felt bad.
And I was like, all right, like I'm just going to not use Blade. With Blade, of course, being the coolest character
at least
on the roster.
At least in the beta, Blade was the coolest character.
By like a wide margin, there's a huge gulf between Blade and number 2, who is maybe like Doctor Doom.
Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom is.
I like Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom was my favorite.
Yeah.
And so I was also playing Doctor Doom a little bit, but I needed a light character, so I also played Danger, who I was like, okay, this isn't a Marvel character I've heard of, so like, I'll try this one.
It's a very interesting one that they picked to put in the game.
It's a weird pull. It's a very weird pull.
Because there's a stage in Marvel vs. Capcom 3 that's called the Danger Room, and I think that this character is actually like the character that has that room.
You are correct. No, she is the room turned into a person.
Oh, she's the room. She's the Danger Room, but a person.
Yes.
Okay.
Interesting.
Also, shouts out to Brody for putting me onto this game, because I was like, yeah, no, I don't really want to play it, because like I'm trying to get out of the Marvel ecosystem entirely.
No, but that game's fire.
But then I started playing it, and I was like, man, this is gas. I was like, it's absolute gas.
It's so good.
That's the Marvel curse, you know, like you try to get out, but then they find some way to get you back in.
Yeah. But to explain,
like, I don't know. I don't think you guys have been there, but like I've been slowly falling out of loving Marvel, and M has found it to be the funniest thing. He's been like egging me on. So like, how are you feeling about Marvel with your rewatch? Because my girlfriend and I are rewatching all the MCU movies before Doomsday comes out, and I've just been like, these movies kind of suck, and I never would have admitted that. But then you know we play this, and I'm like, damn.
This is why I like Marvel.
Yeah. But then it's like, you know, even in the movies, it's like we get to the Spider-Man stuff, and I'm like, oh, I love this. Or we get to, like, with the original Iron Man movies, I'm like, yeah, this is good. We get to Winter Soldier. Fuck yeah. I mean, darn yeah. Swear jar. But yeah, so to get this out of the way quickly, because I know that we're on limited time, because I'm just taking the floor here. Sorry.
Go for it. Good.
I didn't play much of this game. In fact, I caught it in the last hour, I think, of the beta being out, because I was all the way down in the main city, and I live in the middle of nowhere. So it was an hour drive back. And I remember getting a message from Brody, who was going to be on this podcast, couldn't make it. And he was like, hey, so I think Justin and Buckets, or like me and Buckets, are playing it. If you want to come home and like play with us. And I'm like, yeah, I'm an hour out, but I'll try. And then no one was in the VC, and I'm like, you know what? Does this have local co-op? Okay, so I played it with my girlfriend, and that's all I played. I played like maybe 30 minutes of it, local, not co-op, local, like couch versus.
Yeah.
And it was fun. I was surprised that the beta had local multiplayer. But it worked pretty well, and we both just gathered around the computer, just played a couple matches. I played a little bit more, and then it was pretty good. I had a really fun time.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, having Mortal Kombat having been the only other fighting game that I've really played, I played maybe 2 hours of Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle just in the practice.
Why that one?
Peak game.
That's why.
I love
Justin.
That game. I love that game so much. That game's so fun.
And but like, I wouldn't say that I've like played it against anybody. Like, I don't really know, things like that. But it felt like taking ankle weights off and then like running a mile. Like, honestly, being able to play this game was so much easier to play than something like Mortal Kombat. I really like Mortal Kombat like aesthetically, because it's like kind of like, oh, blood and guts and like edgy, like, yeah. it's like it aligns with my cringe, if that makes sense. The Mortal Kombat cringe aligns with my brand of cringe. But damn, the controller inputs are just so hard to do
in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, because it's like, to do a combo, there's like no tempo to it. You just have to enter the button input as fast as you can to like do that move or that like string of moves or whatever. And it won't like register that you link a combo together. Like, at least to me, and I could be wrong about, maybe I'm missing something, maybe I'm playing it wrong, but like,
Mortal Kombat
it's really difficult.
It's weird in its own right, because it doesn't have like half circles and quarter circles and stuff like that. It's all command inputs. So for me, but it's always like, made it hard.
It's like down forward, which like would be a quarter circle forward. You know what I mean? Like, it essentially is that, and you can turn it on, to my knowledge.
Maybe the newer games.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is,
so I wouldn't know.
I don't know anything about Mortal Kombat aside from Get Over Here.
I
saw the second movie in theaters. It had Carl Urban as Johnny Cage.
Yeah,
Johnny
Cash. When the
man punches somebody in the balls,
comes around. No, yeah, it's let's just say like the tempo of inputting the buttons is different from the tempo that the character is moving on the screen in Mortal Kombat. And it makes it really difficult to link the right moves together and to do things like hit confirming.
It's a lot more technical. It's less about the vibe of the feel. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like a lot harder to get your like rock, paper, scissors going, because you have to just like basically learn, a starting move into whatever the highest power combo is for your character, right? And you like start with a high, start with a medium, start with a low, like whatever. In this game, Marvel Tokon, it was a lot easier to execute on that kind of thing, because like if you want to poke somebody with like a low attack, you can just do that, and you don't have to like commit to a combo before you execute the move in its entirety. Which is, I think, how most other fighting games are, if I'm not mistaken. So we've literally just said the most water is wet thing on earth. So I apologize, fellas.
That's okay.
But
It's fun.
we had to work our way here because the game is very fluid in its execution of that. Justin, how do you feel about the auto combos?
So to start, let's just put this out for anyone who's like, I don't know what a Marvel Tokon is. It is the newest game made by Arc System Works in collaboration with Sony and Marvel Games. It is a 4v4 fighter. First time that we've ever had a 4v4 fighter. But it plays very much so in the sense that like you don't need to tag at all if you don't want to.
It does not play like a tag fighter.
No, I mean it plays like a tag fighter in the sense that you're like using your tags and your assists to like cover your like block strings and make them longer and stuff like that. But it's they had a beta the past weekend of when we were recording it, and the beta was basically just the whole game minus Deadpool, Hulk,
like a handful of characters,
yeah, Carnage and Loki. Those are the 4 characters that weren't in the beta.
Yeah,
and
even then, none of those really excite me either.
Deadpool is the character I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play Deadpool.
Carnage is kind of cool.
Carnage is
not
sick.
because I like Deadpool, which I do kind of, but because Deadpool's moveset is full of
So
other fighting
funny.
game references.
It's just so funny. He does Dr.
like
Doom's,
he does the toasty uppercut. He does the Johnny Cage
get over here,
nut punch.
Yeah,
he does a get over here.
He
and
does
then Shoryuken, all that kind of stuff.
He does Yoshimitsu's attack where he stabs himself.
He does the Yoshimitsu seppuku.
He does made from Guilty Gear. He does the dolphin riding move. He does Dr. Doom's foot dive from Marvel vs. Capcom. Like just like they could not have made this character any cooler if they tried. He even has like the Vegeta from Dragon Ball FighterZ assist that was like the most powerful assist in the game. They just gave him that move as a reference. And I'm like, thank you so much. It's so funny.
It's just dumb fun.
But to answer your question, Nico, I think the auto combos in this game are very, very good for players who do not play fighting games. Like the auto combos are good enough combos where you can hit the combo limit. This game has a combo limit. When you hit players with a certain amount of normals, you'll just spin out and the combo will be over no matter where you are in that combo. Like so that you can't infinitely loop things. And Brody was doing like, you could obviously tell when Brody was playing, he was just mashing auto combo. But like the auto combo was hitting for like just a little bit less than what I was doing with a real combo that I figured out on my own. So like it's very valid. It's just that like when you do that, you're limited in your mix and how you can play the game. But it's a thing that like even in Dragon Ball FighterZ in the highest of high level of Dragon Ball FighterZ, people still use the auto combo because it's like it's easier to just take the guaranteed damage and knockdown and be able to set up your Oki than like force yourself to do a better combo. So like I thought it was very, very good in this game. The thing that bugged me was that the input reading in the game was a little bit off. I felt like it would struggle to take my down input sometimes when I was trying to use the spinny shuriken move with Blade. It wouldn't take my dash inputs every time. It wouldn't let me
the
tag
dash
every
inputs
time.
were weird.
Yeah, like when I tried to tag when I was using an assist, sometimes it just wouldn't work. And I was like, oh, that's weird.
The tagging felt like it was the most finicky tagging system I've ever used in a video game.
It's not great. Like the way that I've seen people use it properly and it flows super well. But like I've also seen people that know how to play the game be like, oh, why did my tag work there? Like when there's also a mechanic where if you hold the button to assist when you're using your super, it'll tag in the next character and they'll use their super immediately. And I would lose rounds because when I was holding the button, it wouldn't work. And I had plenty of meter. So like I started with like the full meter, the full 150 meters, and it only cost 50 to do one super. But I'd hold the button and nothing would happen, and then I would lose the round because if I had that second super, they would have died. But now they're back up and they won. So like there's some things that are a little bit finicky that they could fix with the launch of the game. But I got into the first closed beta for Tokon. And when I played that first beta, I was like, this game's bad. I thought it was bad. It didn't feel
That seemed
good.
to be the consensus from what I heard.
Yeah, like the assists were super bad in that in the first beta. Like I would do a combo in the air and I couldn't call the assist until I got to the ground. And by that point, they were already like getting back up. So I couldn't like combo off the assist. It was weird. I didn't like it. But this game,
honestly,
yeah, it felt good.
It felt very good. I didn't get to play the closed beta. I didn't really want to. I honestly probably wouldn't have even played this if I wasn't asked to by Crub, but I'm glad that I did. It was fun. The weird thing was seeing playing as Captain America in the, like, when you start the game, it's like, oh, we're gonna just throw you right into the tutorial. No title screen. Well, kind of title screen, but like, no options. Just jump in. Here's the tutorial. Play as Captain America, and it got me to the special move section, and I'm like, that can't be right. Like, there's got to be some kind of command inputs, and there are. It's just that by default they're set to like a simple mode where like you press R1 and then a direction, kind of like Smash Brothers or like Street Fighter 6 modern controls.
Yes, very similar to that. If you played Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, they have a similar mechanic too, where you press a button and it does the super for you, the special for you.
But I did like that it was kind of like a middle ground between, like, say, Street Fighter Classic and Modern, like where you still have access to the easy moves, kind of like you were saying, Justin. Like you still have access to the simple moves, but you can still like use the normal combos. You don't have to go in and change your settings. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
It also just was really uncanny seeing Captain America doing basically a lot of the same moves that he had in Marvel vs. Capcom, but calling them like legally distinct things. It was like that's just funny. It was like unbridled justice. I'm like, no, that's not the name of that move.
That's
but yeah,
final
sure.
justice, but close enough.
Yeah, like there was one of them that was like, I don't remember, but it was like along the lines of like fancy liberty, and I'm like, okay, yeah, very cool.
Oh yeah,
Charging Star.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what was the move? It's called, I think it's called Living Legend. They called it in this game.
Yeah, that was the one I was thinking of.
Living Legend.
I was like, what? Living Legend. That's all right. Yeah, it's a weird thing to call yourself, buddy, but sure.
What's it supposed to be?
It's just Charging Star.
Yeah.
Charging Star from
Marvel
vs. Capcom.
The last fighting game that these characters were in. It was a move where he would like charge forward, and it was called Charging Star. But in this game, they called it Living Legend.
Living Legend.
Because you're making a game with characters that are very established in a fighting game sense. So people already have that mentality of what those characters are supposed to play like. But you can't do that because you're not Capcom, you're Arc System Works. And also, when Sony came to them and said, hey, we want you to make a Marvel fighting game, they specifically said, do what you want. They didn't want them to make Marvel vs. Capcom again. They wanted them to do an Arc System Works game, which, I mean, if you get Arc System Works, yes, that's what you should be doing because, I mean, just look at the game.
Yeah.
Look at the visuals, look at the art style, look at the like, listen to the music. Like, it all sounds and looks great.
The game's great.
Yeah.
And it plays like butter. Even if you're not great at fighting games, it offers you a lot of opportunities to still like think about sort of the higher level, like rock, paper, scissors play, than you would normally be able to without, spending some time in the lab and just practicing combos for hours.
Yeah, because I feel like with the auto combos being there, you can get to intentional gameplay a lot faster than another fighting game. And I think that's a big
like when I was playing with my girlfriend, she barely plays fighting games. She doesn't really care for fighting games, but like the way that we were both playing with no experience was like it felt like I was watching people who knew what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if that was their intention, they did an amazing job. I think that they made something that I don't think it's a party game, but I think that they made something that could work really well as a party game.
Yeah.
They definitely made a game that feels better to play with anybody that would want to play a fighting game with Marvel characters in it. But it also has a lot of that depth. Like it does have a lot of depth of like how you can use your assists, how you can mix and match characters to make a better team comp for like using assists. Because what I will say about the assists in the game is that they're very simple. They follow a very specific structure of assist that goes forward and is quick, assist that anti-airs, which is a move that just jumps into the air and tries to swat people from trying to approach you from the air. And then the back assist is called the unique assist. And that's the one where characters have their like unique je ne sais quoi in their assists. So like I used a lot of magic when I was playing the game. So I used her assist, and hers was that she would stab her sword into the ground and it would shoot 3 pillars of fire across the screen. It would cover the whole screen. And then I tried Danger's one, and Danger's one is that she summons a giant drill and it shoots it across the screen. And then like each character, and then Blades was he would throw his teleporting like nails, and then teleport to the other side and slash and bring them into you as the person that's like the point character. So like that gives you that like more unique, oh, I should actually think about what characters in this slot so I can get the benefits of their assist. Because I would also try I tried Black Panthers too, and I didn't like hers a lot at all. She was just like jump up and throw a couple projectiles. And I was like, I could get a lot more out of this.
Yeah,
so, you go.
No, you're good. I played against Brody a lot. And so like, I don't know, the main thing for me ended up being like, how do I deal with
Brody played
things?
Ghost Rider, by the way.
Yeah, Brody played Ghost Rider. Actually, his Ghost Rider was the one that I had his number a lot more than when he would play like Penny Parker or whatever. But it's like, if you're just in a corner, it's like sometimes it's difficult to get out because like when those combos end, like, I mean, I guess partly to your point, Justin, but like just partly maybe a tangential thought. When the combos end, it's like, yeah, I'm still in the corner. Like, what do I do to get out of this? And it's like, I have to, you know,
welcome to fighting games, brother.
Yeah, right. And it's like, you can only use a certain option like so many times. Cause if you just countered it, like, you know, you can just counter that back, which is a cool mechanic they introduced, which is like the counters.
But also, if the other team doesn't have any assist meter, then you can just counter for free and they can't do anything about it. So a lot of that comes down to resource management.
Yeah, I guess so. Which actually the auto combo, that's my only issue with the auto combos is that it'll automatically like use meter for you.
Yeah, I don't like that. I mean, I understand why they do that because they want people to see the flashy supers. They want to see the things that they spend a lot of money making.
Yes.
But I don't like if you're going to do it, it spends the meter for you. It makes it feel a little bit less intentional.
Yes.
And the thing I will say is the simple special moves, they actually do less damage than the special move if you did the input and press the button. So there is a reason to use one or the other because like if you use the easy button, you might be able to do like a reversal Shoryuken faster, like an invincible move to get people off of you in the corner. But it would also do less damage. So it's kind of like a push-pull there.
Okay.
I'd be pushing and pulling.
Yo. For real?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nicco didn't like that. I'm sorry.
But I guess
that's a good point.
The question that I would ask for both of you
is what Marvel character do you hope to see in the next update?
Well, I honestly, yeah, that's a good one. What character? If there was a Marvel character that you know of that you could put in this game, which one would you want?
Ultron.
Ultron would be he would look awesome in this art style. Ultron would look awesome in this art style.
You know what? Just because I want to see what creative things they do, Ant-Man.
That's also a great one. Because like, how would you deal with him being literally the size of an ant in a fighting game?
Yeah.
Literally, how would you? For me, I love that they already have Blade. Blade would have been my number one answer.
And Blade, like, me too.
It would have been Blade. Like it would have been Wolverine. It would have been Deadpool. Those are the three that I would have wanted. I think there's two that I would really like. One is I would really like Nightcrawler.
Ooh,
so I like Nightcrawler
that would be
a
cool.
lot. I think he'd be a really, really cool fighter because he's like a mimic character, kind of like. And then I would also just because I want to see what Arxis could come up with. Howard the Duck. Because I'm like, all right, what do you got for Howard the Duck? What do you got for me?
I think I want to see Drax.
Drax.
Ooh, okay. Drax would be cool.
See Drax, that's the one. That's my guy right there.
I could see Drax in a fighting game.
Yeah,
like, that makes sense
Drax
to me.
And Cass, you might be able to help me out with this one. Drax's love interest in the movies.
Mantis? Not Mantis.
Mantis.
Is it Mantis?
Yeah. Mantis.
I think that's who he's talking about.
That is who I'm talking about.
They had a little bit of something in Guardians too, so I'll give Nicco that.
Okay.
And I didn't see Guardians.
I wanted to be like, actually, but you know what? No, I'll give Nicco this one. Yeah. Mantis could be cool.
Mantis.
I was thinking about the big Marvel Rivals cast right now. Maybe
Because we know the first DLC character is going to be
Phoenix
Cyclops.
Cyborg. It's Phoenix Cyclops specifically.
Cyborg.
Phoenix Cyclops. Cyborg's DC. Phoenix Cyclops.
Yeah.
Which
I think is a very it shows that they're not afraid to do some really weird pulls.
Yeah, because
so
like, why didn't they just do Cyclops? Why did they do Phoenix Cyclops?
More moveset potential?
I guess.
Who made Section 8?
Ooh, I think that's a DC thing, is it?
Like in real life or the?
No, the comic series with the Defenestrator.
Don't Google that, please. Please do not Google that.
With my guy Bueno Excelente.
Yeah, but the Defenestrator would be.
He has to carry a window around with him at all times so he can kick people through them.
Kick people through the window.
Geez. Oh man, what other characters from Marvel Rivals would be a good fit in this game? Cloak and Dagger would be interesting.
Ooh, a tag character within a tag game,
right? Like 2 characters in one set.
Yeah.
Jeff, how do you feel about Jeff the Landshark?
Yeah.
If I didn't despise him with every fiber of my being.
Fair.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what, dude. I'm just like, I'm not like, I kind of wish this were a game that were not Marvel licensed, because I just like don't care about the Marvel characters all that much. And the game is almost like, I don't know. But like, part of me is happy that this really good game has a really popular skin on it, so that more people will play it.
Mm-hmm.
But the other part of me is like, man, I wish I were slightly more interested in all of these characters. I'm in like the other side of a similar boat. Like I'm on the other side of the same coin, where I'm like, no, I love these characters. The thing that I don't want to see is some of that Marvel Cinematic Universe synergy, where like I think my girlfriend beat me as Star-Lord, and then he started doing like, for his victory animation, he was doing like the Guardians opening where he puts on the Walkman, and like I'm fine with that on its own, but like Peter Quill having the Walkman was an original thing for the MCU, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is what they're leaning into. Mm-hmm. Like they're not like they want it to be still very MCU driven, not nearly to the degree of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, which I think will be probably the most egregious example of that.
Yeah.
Where, for reference, Nico, Marvel vs. Capcom, the X-Men characters were always like part of them, but then for Infinite, when the MCU was really taken off, they're like, the X-Men aren't in the MCU, so just don't include them in the game. And then when they were asked like, oh, what about Magneto? And he's like, well, you could play, the guy running the game was like, well, you could play as Iron Man. Iron Man flies, so they're basically the same character. Mm-hmm. So,
oh man, who was like made to be like a Magneto surrogate in that game? Was it not Ultron?
I would say Ultron otherwise, if that's not the answer.
It's closest to it, right? It's like no, Thanos played very differently. He didn't play like the Marvel.
Yeah, Thanos was like Thanos could be cool in this game, just to see
really cool in this game. Well, they could actually use the Infinity Stones in this game. Like he could use the Infinity Stones. Yeah, because
Thanos' moveset in Infinite, he doesn't have the stones. Because he's just a Hulk, basically.
Yeah,
like they could give him the Shulk Super Smash Brothers mechanic.
Oh, the Monado.
That would be cool. Yeah,
you know,
that's actually a really good idea.
I think it's cool. Also, because like in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, the mechanic of the game was that you had an Infinity Stone as like
you would pick it, which I liked. I think that was cool. I've told so many people like, I don't like the roster of Infinite, but I love the gameplay. Like the gameplay of Infinite is probably my favorite Marvel versus Capcom.
Yeah, they just incredibly dropped the ball with the roster on that game. Like, nobody asked for.
Here's like one extra Marvel characters so that the roster is kind of lopsided.
Yeah, and it was like Black Panther that made it all messed up for some reason.
I think it was Black Widow.
Was it? No, Black Widow was Black Widow. No, Black Widow was not in the launch.
It was part of the Black Widow, Venom, Winter Soldier,
Black Panther
pack.
Because it was also Monster Hunter and Sigma were the other
Monster
two.
Hunter, Sigma, and
Sig Monster Hunter.
I was saying, I think those are the only two.
Hunter.
I think those are the only 2 Capcom DLC characters they put for that game. Because Winter Soldier was one of them too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they really just picked
Winter Soldier was like such a mechanically dense character too. He's so much fun in that game, but no one's playing it. So
also has one of the best supers in the game, where if you have Captain America on the team, it actually changes it.
That was so upsetting that like that's the only character that gets that move, is like that gets that sort of team up mechanic.
Yeah,
like there's so much potential there.
There's so much.
I thought I saw something similar to that, not in the animation, but like I noticed in the tutorial, like if you're Captain America and you do, I'm gonna call it a level 3. I don't know what they're actually called, but like a level 3 super on Iron Man, he's like, "Sorry, Tony, but this is the only way." And I'm like, "Okay, that's cool. I like that the characters
They actually
are
talk
bantering.
to each other. Yeah, they banter.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
It's like
Banter's good.
Like when I think a lot of the banter has to do with like what universe they're in first off, and then second off, they have these like structured teams, and that was how they revealed the roster for the game when it was coming out. So like all the characters on that one team banter with each other. So like if you have Green Goblin and Magneto on a team, they'll talk to each other and like like interact while you're fighting. Same thing with Doctor Doom, because Doctor Doom's part of that team.
Yeah.
Because the entire
I like
team
that
was
Doctor Doom's level 1 is just shooting you with a gun.
Yeah, it is just he pulls out a gun and shoots you.
Yeah, he just pulls out like a Luger.
Boom. Yeah. And then my last question for this podcast to wrap us up did this beta make you want to play more of the game?
Yes.
Because Nico and I we're in the same family plan for Steam, so like I'm gonna buy the game.
If money wasn't an object, because I was famously left out of the family, if money wasn't an object, I would pick this game up. I'm just kidding. I was already part of a family plan. And Steam has a thing where it's like, if you leave a family plan, you can't join a new one for 360 days. So I'm like, I'm not going to risk that.
Yeah, you weren't allowed to join the plan because we were...
It was Gabe Newell, actually, that said that I'm not part of the family.
Gabe came over and slapped you in the face.
Yeah.
Happens more often than you think.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, and honestly, Justin, like I'm considering buying a second copy so that between all of us, we have 2
so we can always play each other, yeah. Like I'm probably gonna buy it. This is part of the summer of JTART 9. There's been a lot of games this summer that have been coming out that have been very mean.
Is there another one that's not out yet?
I've already bought.
What's something
3.
else on that list? Is another.
I bought 4 technically. So it started with Mina the Hollower. Then it went to I keep forgetting for some reason. I keep forgetting the game in the middle, but I remember now. It went from Mina the Hollower to Rhythm Heaven Groove to Dench Attack, to Splatoon Raiders, to Marvel Tokon, and then at the end of the summer is Fire Emblem, is a new Fire Emblem game.
Mm-hmm.
So like, it's just the summer of games,
9.
and also and Wolverine, and Wolverine's coming out too.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah, that is true. We will. I'm
so excited to play Wolverine on my PC.
Yeah. I am hoping we all get a gaming summer of our own very soon.
Yeah, but this is
my gaming summer is in Texas, so.
Oh, true. QuakeCon.
Buckets, did I tell you about that?
Yes.
Okay, cool. You looked at me like I was confusing you.
But
no, I was just thinking a different thing when I said that.
But closing remarks. How do you guys feel? I'm incredibly impressed. I low key when the beta stopped, I was like, man, I'm kind of sad. I have to wait another. As of the time of recording, I have to wait another week for this game to come out because I kind of just want to hop back in and keep practicing and keep playing. I keep seeing cool blade combos that I didn't know how to do, and I want to go in and try and figure them out on my own and play them and get better.
Here's a question for you, Justin. Real quick, just answer it real fast. How many seasons do you think that this game will get? And then how long should I wait to buy this game on sale because I have no money? I
think this game minimum 3 seasons. Okay. Minimum 3 seasons. If a season is 5 characters, that would bring the roster up to 35 characters, which is pretty healthy. I could see them going for a 4. Arc System Works supports their games really, really long. We haven't
many
had
seasons did Strive get? We're
still going. It's not done.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, there's new characters coming out still.
Still going on Strive is crazy.
Yeah, they're on 2.0 on Strive, and they've already just released RoboKai. That was the last character they released.
Oh my gosh, they're ongoing season pass 5.
Yeah, so like, but that's on Guilty. That's like on Arc System Works alone, because this one is attached to Marvel and Sony.
Yeah, there's some legal mumbo jumbo.
It depends on how long the competitive scene is and how successful the game is.
And also, like, it could just be Disney seeing, like, hey, season 2 didn't sell very well. Finish up season 3 and that's it.
Yeah. I mean, but, like, Dragon Ball FighterZ like got a new character announced recently. They went back to BlazBlue Central Fiction, and they just announced a new character for that game. That game's been out for 10 years. And they just announced a new character for that game. So like Arc System Works is very well known for supporting their games for a super, super long time. So the nice thing about it is that there's never a bad time to get into an Arc Sys game, because straight up, like, a new character's coming out for a fighting game that came out in like 2015. So like there's no such thing as a bad time to get back into an Arc Sys game. And this is going to be another one on their resume, and it seems to be shaping up into a very good one.
Mm-hmm. I give it a thummies uppy, and came in wanting.
Psylocke would be sick.
Oh, Psylocke was a good choice. Anyways, Nicco, tell me about your thumbs.
Came in wanting to hate it, ended up loving it. Thummies up. Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Cass.
Yeah. Again, I would love, if money wasn't an object, I would love to play this game day one. Unfortunately, I have other things in my life that I need to be worried about. But it's a very fun fighting game. I've never properly played an Arc Sys fighting game. I played a bit of Fighters at a friend's house, and I touched Strive because I'll get this real quick. The only time I played a Guilty Gear game was at a friend's house who modded the game to be compatible with a shock collar. So I had it strapped around my thigh, and every time I would take damage or block, it would give me varying degrees of zaps. So that's my only experience playing a Guilty Gear game.
Well, it can only go up from there, I guess, right?
Yeah. It was a pretty awful experience, I'll be honest. There's a video of me, because I was pretty like more overweight back then, so I had a pretty good tolerance. So it's video of me playing against someone and them going, ah, and I'm just sitting here tapping, like shaking a little bit.
You just didn't feel it.
I felt it. I just ignored it.
Oh,
do not try this at home, kids.
Don't do that.
Don't
do that. Now, excuse me while if I find this GitHub.